Welcome back. Welcome. Anytime I make a video with the title Batesmethod in it,
Batesmethod.
it has about 10 times as many views as anything else. Why is that? You can talk about dentistry, you can talk about your teeth, and you can talk about cavities, and you can talk about how change in diet can help you maintain healthy teeth, and nobody will call you crazy, right? Like there's mainstream dentistry which says,
just come in and we'll do some fillings and we'll do a root canal.
and then there's people who say don't eat so much sugar, right? Totally legitimate. You can do that without being called crazy, right? You can talk about diabetes, right? And you can say don't eat so much junk food and you won't have diabetes. There are major New York Times best-selling authors that talk about diabetes is reversible. Nobody freaks out about it, right? People talk about kids' ADHD medication and how it's completely unnecessary. People talk about, get them away from screens, get them away from shitty junk food, get them away from bad habits, and they won't have ADHD. You can say that without being crazy. You can't say myopia is preventable and reversible, though. You can't. If you do that, you're called crazy. Why is that? And it's because of this.
Batesmethod.
You can talk about diabetes, you can talk about a million different health things without being called crazy because there is a rational, reasonable alternative conversation happening, right? There's the mainstream, buy pills, don't worry about it, and then there is, hey, don't eat all this sugary junk. With myopia, there's a similar concept. There's the same idea of don't stare at screens all day, right? Don't be in close-up focus all day, right? Don't wear glasses meant for distance vision while you're in up close. That is exactly as reasonable as saying don't eat a bunch of junk food and don't get diabetes. There is the bus coming right now. Fucking hate buses. The premise is equally as reasonable. The problem is, and the reason I get 10 times as many views on any video that has Batesmethod in the title, is that Bates occupies a space that should be reasonable, rational, alternative conversation to the mainstream of glasses. Just like the dentist says, we'll just drill it and you give you a filling, the optometrist says, we'll just give you glasses. But in dentistry, there's the alternative of don't eat sugary junk, prevent the problem, right? In myopia, there isn't. There isn't don't stare at screens, right? There isn't don't use distance glasses for close-up. We don't have that conversation. What we have as myopia alternative is Batesmethod.
Batesmethod.
And Batesmethod is a collection of funky eye exercises that don't address causality, right? So the cause is not addressed in a scientific, reasonable, rational manner. So that space is occupied. That space is occupied by fruity nonsense. And this is why I'm anti-Bates. I am wanting to displace Bates as the main alternative that we should have for discussing myopia control in a rational, reasonable way. That's all.